close your eyes and picture where your heart wants to go. Maybe it's drifting through Europe on a river cruise, sipping cocktails by the sea, or exploring hidden corners of the world with the ones you love. I'm Dianna, your travel stylist and founder of Style for You Travel, and I'm here to turn those dreams into styled escapes. This is Styled for Travel, where every journey begins with inspiration and ends in unforgettable memories. Welcome back to Styled for Travel. I'm Dianna, your travel stylist, and someone who believes that travel isn't just about where you go, but it's how you live your life every day. Today's episode is called Why Style Travel Matters. Because here's the truth. Travel is not about checking off a bucket list. It's not about your Instagram. It's about styling a life that's filled with beautiful, intentional moments, ones that match your energy, your values, and your season of life. So let's dive right on in. When people hear the term styled travel, they automatically picture luxury, private jets, 5-star hotels, infinity pools, champagne on arrival. And sure, sometimes that is what styled travel is. But when I talk about styled travel, I'm talking about something more meaningful. To me, styled travel is about building a travel experience that matches your real life, your needs, your energy, and your priorities. It's not about spending the most. It's about spending well. It's about making those intentional choices that will leave you feeling rested, fulfilled, and present. Not exhausted or overextended, or needing a vacation from your vacation. Could be something as simple as choosing an affordable hotel because you know you're not going to be in the room very much. And instead, invest in that first-class flight home so you can arrive rested and ready for the week ahead. That's the difference. It's not about the perfect Instagram moment. It's about the presence and being in the moment. So our family style is kind of function over fancy. In our family, every trip we've taken has been styled around what mattered most at the time. Sometimes that was luxury, sometimes that was budget. One of my favorite examples, a 35-day cruise we took on the original Star Princess, Fort Lauderdale to Buenos Aires. It was everything we needed. It was beautiful, peaceful. It was the reset that we needed as a family, running 3 businesses and homeschooling. Now, by the end of that cruise, we were totally refreshed, but we knew that as soon as we got back to Canada, life was going to hit us full throttle. There'd be emails, clients, school logistics. There was be no gentle reentry. So we made a very intentional choice. For the couple of days that we stayed in Buenos Aires post-cruise, we went with a budget hotel. It was simple, it was clean, nothing fancy about it. Why did we do that? Because we booked first-class flights home with Air Can. And this was back when they had just introduced the amazing lay-flat pods. And let me tell you, it was worth every single penny. We slept, we landed refreshed, and we were able to hit the ground running without the usual jet lag, fog, or post-travel crash. And that is what styled travel is all about. It's not about impressing anyone, but it's about supporting your real life, your real needs, and your real priorities. So think about the difference between a rushed vacation and a styled escape. So, on your last vacation, did it go something like this? Because I've lived both ways of vacationing. A rushed vacation, it feels like a marathon. You wake up at the crack of dawn. You're checking maps, navigating crowds, checking off all your must-dos and Instagram moments. And by the end of the day, you collapse in your bed. And you wonder, did I enjoy it? Do I need a vacation for my vacation when I get home? When we went to Walt Disney World the first 3 times before we became parents, We were determined to do everything, every ride, every show, every fireworks display. We were go, go, go from the moment the park opened to the second it closed. We ate lunches while standing in lines. We skipped breaks. We ignored the heat and pushed through it like we were in some sort of magical endurance challenge. Guess what? I don't really have too many memories that are positive from those trips. I remember coming home exhausted, stressed, not rested, feeling like I still needed a vacation. Years later, we did the same trip again. But this time, we styled it differently. We were in a different season of life. First of all, we booked it during a Canadian visit promo in the shoulder season. There was fewer crowds, the weather was better, way less pressure. Because of the promo, we upgraded and we stayed right in the Disney resort, which gave us the perks like early entrance, fast passes, just breathing room in our schedule. Now, this was back in 2002, and while the tech and the systems have changed, the principle still applies. A style trip gives you space to actually enjoy the experience and to make positive memories. One of my favorite memories ever was from this trip, and it was seeing the parks through the eyes of our 3-year-old. Still remember how terrified he was of Cinderella, which to this day still cracks us up. But when he saw Captain Hook, he ran into his arms with total joy. And then, OMG, when he met his hero, Buzz Lightyear, I still remember the look on his face. And we had no overtired toddler meltdowns, no stressed out parents. Every memory of that trip is just joy. And that's what a styled escape gets you. One of my favorite styled moments, still magical. It stays with me. And again, it's from that 35-day Star Princess cruise. It was just before dinner one evening. We had just left the port. The ship was gliding quietly into the open water. I remember sitting on the balcony. I could still feel that warm air and smell the salt. I was sipping a glass of wine, and oh my gosh, the sky, it was so gorgeous. It was melting into pinks and golds. Behind me in the stateroom, I could hear my son laughing. That full belly laugh giggle that only kids can do while they're irritating their parents. My husband was groaning dramatically because he had lost yet again another hand of cards. Just one of those silly little family moments. No one was really on a schedule. No one was rushed. We were all relaxed. We were all happy. We were all present. And in that moment, I thought, yeah, this is why we travel like this. It's not to see the most. It wasn't to do the most. I don't even think we got off at the port that day. But it was to feel the most, to reconnect as a family. And that's what styled travel is. Now, why does styled travel matter, especially for women in busy families? Well, if you're a woman juggling a business, a family, a household, you already know how much pressure is on you. I get it. Been there, done that. And planning a travel should not be another burden on your shoulders. You deserve to have someone who understands your lifestyle, your rhythms, your needs, your non-negotiables, and create something that feels like it fits you and your family. Style travel lets you show up and enjoy without managing everything, without holding everything together. Because when your travel is styled intentionally, it gives you exactly what you need in that moment of your life. It's not about extravagance. It's not about budget. It's not about luxury. It's about ease and making beautiful memories that will last a lifetime. That's why I say that styled escapes make for effortless travel. Because when travel is styled with heart, when it matches your values, your goals, your season of life, it doesn't just change how you travel, it kind of changes how you view your entire life. If this resonates with you, if you're craving a travel experience that doesn't leave you drained or overwhelmed, but actually restores you, I'd love to help your family style your next escape. You can always request a free style travel consultation using the link in the show notes. There's never any pressure. It's just a conversation between friends to help you figure out what's possible for you, for your family, and for your budget. Let's turn your travel dreams into meaningful memories. Because travel isn't a luxury. It's a way of living life with intention. So thanks for spending time with me today on Styled for Travel. Next week, we'll be diving into how to stretch that travel budget without sacrificing those little first-class touches that gives you the feel of luxury. You won't want to miss it. Bye, and we'll see you then.